something like Unison technology, which for anyone who's listening who's not sure what that is, with the first Apollo interface, which dates back to about 2012, we took this approach to modeling where it's like a synergy of the analog domain and the digital domain together. So your microphones, they react differently depending on the mic preamp they're plugged into because of things like impedance, and the load presented to the microphone. That's particularly noticeable on dynamic microphones like ribbon mics and things like your classic SM57s or something like this SD1 mic that we're all talking on now. They really respond to big changes in loading. And the Unison technology, effectively, it emulates the front end loading of all these traditional mic preamps from all of the classic brands. Our own 610 console going back to the Frank Sinatra, Putnam Senior legacy, all the way to, say, British designs like the Neve 1073 or the classic American recording consoles like API. And what you get with that is almost a change in response from the mic itself as it's connected to an Apollo preamp, which is dynamically changing the loading. But it also recreates the sort of gain range and the gain curve that you would get from that original piece of hardware. And the clever thing about the synergy of the analog and the digital domain in the Unison technology is that then the DSP on board the Apollo interfaces at this point in real time will process that signal and emulate all of the frequency response and saturation characteristics of the thing you're emulating. That could be a guitar pedal, it could be a mic preamp, it could be a guitar amp. But with the mic preamps particularly, you end up then having almost the full experience of having your mic connected to a vintage Helios channel or a vintage Neve channel and actually dialing in the full range of gain and saturation. And then obviously the full convenience of digital because it's recallable, it's instantly savable. You can copy settings from channel to channel. You can switch preamp in a matter of seconds from one flavor to another. So for a creative application where you're clicking through different, in this case, you could even be switching microphones in some of our technology, but you could be effectively A-Bing everything about your recording chain in seconds, which is way beyond the analog patching required that you would have done historically. So I think we've tried to recreate the old world with the convenience of modern digital technology, and that really is the sort of ethos of UA in that sense.
Yeah, so you're giving your customers a virtual mic locker. You're giving them virtual channel strips that they can audition as they're going through the creative process. And with the Apollo range and built-in DSP, real-time processing, you're giving them at a click of a button an entire analog recording studio in an audio interface.